True crime. From cold cases to serial killers, missing persons, and more.
100% he did this.
I'd go off in the fantasy world.
How much more lucky can you get that you're not on death row?
You want to know what we know.
My name is Jay. This is Guilty of Crime.
Hello, everybody. What is up? All right. As you come in, hit the like button. I've got lots of people in chat waiting. I've also got lots and lots of emails, and I figure I would address this right now. So, as you come in, justice for Madeline Soto. We want complete and utter justice for Madeline Soto, which means hashtag arrest Jenn Soto. I know, y'all. I know. What is up? This is really happening today, folks. Lily Sunshine. And I maybe Jay's trying to yank our chain. You know what? Bree texted me a little bit ago and was asking me if I was kidding. I am not kidding. No one's kidding. And I'm going to show you that if I have to play it a couple of times, I will. What is up? Fit over fitty. Oh, man. What is happening? What is happening is Jenn Soto is not being charged, and the police have no plans to charge Jennifer Soto. So today, I'm going to spend some time with y'all addressing this. They're not charging her Clar. I'm going to show you the news clipping of it, or the news, not even an article, like a video of it, so you guys believe me. Now, I know Grizzly True Crime came on with part 2. Yesterday I used her part 1, and I thanked her very many thanks. I tagged her, so I was in her chat today, and some people were saying I stole her stuff, and I was like, no, I used it and I tagged her like she said. This is very sad. I'm going to start playing this, and then I will say hello to everybody. I'm going on duty Ron tonight. At 6 o'clock, I'm going to be on duty, Ron, and he's going to give us his opinion. So hang in there, because he has an opinion from a New York, retired New York Police Department or homicide officer. He has info that will maybe help you feel a little bit less upset. I've seen Vinnie Paultons. I've watched Grizzly True Crime. I've checked my email, and I've seen all of you very disappointed today, and that's why I'm coming on. I wasn't even going to cover this. Yeah, thank you. I know I wouldn't steal content. I was surprised that someone was saying that in her chat. I was like, wow, really? You know how many people used her audio and just clipped it out? I actually used her in the audio and gave her a shout out. So that being said, let's listen up, folks. All right. If you're ready for it, here's the breaking news. All right. I don't know. We'll listen to some of it. I want you guys to understand that as of right now, Jennifer Soto is not being charged with anything. They say they don't have plans. Yes, Uncle Jay and Uncle Duty Ron together. That'll be awesome. Maybe it will give us some hope here when he talks about over the years and his experience and what the possibilities may be. In my opinion, they may be trying to get people off of her back so she can testify, and then maybe they'll charge her later. I don't know. We'll get into that. We're going to listen to some audio today, but I really want to go over your questions. I want you to tell me if you think that Jenn lied, if you think she lied, which I said yesterday. How do I sound today? Is everything okay with my voice? I want to make sure I have the right speaker on. And yes, this has been my case from the beginning, and so I know the responsibility it holds when I tell people that arrest Jenn Soto, and then this happens, that a news break comes out saying they don't have enough evidence. All right, it's a fault of the sea. All right, I'm good. Let's hit that play, and if we have to listen to it multiple times, we will. A reporter speaks with the police officer. The police officer relays the information. This is information they get. You guys have been all over everything today. I've seen all of you, and you're probably all burnt out on this already, but I had to bring this on.
This major case of little Madeline Soto now since the beginning, since she was reported missing in Orange County in late February. Good afternoon. I'm Darlene Jones.
And I'm Greg Wormuth. This is a look at the 13-year-old girl's picture, and investigators ultimately found her dead in St. Cloud. This was back in early March. Police arrested this man, Stephen Stearns, for her murder. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. Stearns is the boyfriend of Maddie's mother. We interviewed them both before law enforcement found the teen's body. Channel 9 Shannon Butler joins us live in studio for this breaking update. And Shannon, sources have told you the mother of Madeline Soto has not broken the law.
That's right. All right, folks. I know you're coming in. Everybody's coming in right now. You just heard that. And yeah, we've been speculating the entire time. I've been working with the advocates. We've been following this case from day one. Now, I know other people got the news out there first. Maybe they got the files first, or they're 3 hours ahead of me or something, but I wanted you to hear it from me first that according to a media outlet, the police has relayed to the news that Jennifer Soto has not broken any laws. Now, after we go over this and I answer some questions and let you guys vent, I will play some of the audio. I'm not going to do the whole thing today because I'm going on to Duty Raw next, and I'm going to ask him, has he ever seen anything like this in the history of his career, and what he thinks. That's going to be enough for me just to be on his show and be in the presence of Duty Ron and be able to ask him what he thinks. So, yes, you're not even late, Minnesota girl. I waited for a moment to play this because everybody's messaging me and I love you, but I cannot message everybody back one by one. It's a wild day and my day's packed with things, and just I can't message everybody, so I figure I'll do a live. I was supposed to cover Sebastian Rogers today, and remember, Madeline Soto and Sebastian went missing the same day, folks. All right, Eileen, what's up? All right, let's rewind this for the people that just came in.
Before, prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. Stearns is the boyfriend of Maddie's mother. We interviewed them both before law enforcement found the teen's body. Channel 9 Shannon Butler joins us live in studio for this breaking update. And Shannon, sources have told you the mother of Madeline Soto has not broken the law.
That's right. And the interview with Soto takes place on February 27th, about 11:30 p.m., just after her daughter was reported missing. She has a hard time answering some of those questions, but sources tell me nothing so far she has done has been criminal. So at least for now, no charges will be filed. Jennifer Soto appears calm as she tells the Orange County detective the events surrounding her daughter's disappearance. She said at 11 p.m. that Sunday, just after her daughter's 13th birthday, she sent Madeline Soto and Stephen Stearns to bed together.
Is it normal for both of them to sleep?
All right, that was her first crime, in my opinion, folks. And Tiff Knox tonight in 2 hours, I'll be on Duty Ron. So 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on Duty Ron. We're going to go over this case. Duty Ron's going to give us his opinion about this and what they think. In my opinion, it's another Casey Anthony or even Nicole Kessinger of getting in there, talking sly, and talking her way out of it. And I don't think Jen's that sly, so I don't understand this. She did lie to police. We just went over that yesterday. So I agree with Carly. She is completely guilty morally. She's asking the question, is it normal for both of them to sleep in the same room? Like, why would you ask the police that? We're going to listen to some of this. We're going to listen to some of the audio today that I'm not stealing from Grizzly True Crime. Everybody's heard it from her first. She got it out there, but we'll listen to a little of it. I can't listen to all the 2 hours today because I'm going to go on to Duty Ron. But yeah, child neglect, child neglect, and then obstructing justice. But right now, she's not obstructing justice according to them. So let's listen.
Sleep in the same room? Sometimes when I really need a good night's sleep, I will send them upstairs. But when also a lot of times we will sleep together in the king size bed, all three of us, or sometimes Stefan will go upstairs and our bed alone. So it just really depends on what's going on that night with our schedules and what we're doing.
She said they have 2 roommates and another child that sleeps there sometimes, and that Maddie's bedroom is downstairs in the living room. She told investigators she thought that her daughter was getting ready for school the next morning, but she never actually saw her. She said she got up and went to a doctor's appointment and then got back to the house about 11 a.m.
When you got back, was Stefan here? I'm pretty sure he was, yeah. What was he doing? Just sitting in my room at my computer desk on his phone. Okay. What did you guys do? We chatted for a little bit. I asked him what had happened because he had called me earlier at 10. Pretty sure he called me around 10:18.
But according to investigators, that wasn't true because Stearns had already been seen driving out of the complex on video with a little girl slumped over in the front seat. Jen said it
Right.
wasn't until after.
There are so many inconsistencies that we just went over yesterday. And is Oblivious Benson right that Jennifer Soto is just a dumb potato, a dumb mom that just doesn't understand anything? Yeah, Miss Bambi Lee, I don't think that she's dumb at all either, and she knew what she was going on. I feel like she plays dumb quite a bit. Now, if you watch Grizzly True Crime earlier, I don't know if we'll get to that particular part today, but did you guys see the notebook that Maddie had in her room? That notebook that Maddie had in her room, she wrote about her perpetrator. She wrote about her past traumas and refers to her perpetrator. In her notebook, she's included drawings of men sexually abusing a girl, writing that has the type that would be promoted by a mental health professional. I have so many thoughts about this, mainly shouting, why didn't Jen report the past? The SA to the police, that would be the first thing. Maybe the perpetrator kidnapped Maddie, or maybe he lured her out somewhere. Why in the hell wouldn't Jen mention this in the interview about her notebook? I don't know if any of you guys seen that, but if you didn't, we'll get to it. If not, go to Grizzly True Crime on YouTube. Man, this is absolutely, you guys, I know, you guys, I saw you on Vinny's channel and nobody's happy. All right. Yeah, I agree with that too. Let's keep going.
Madeline Soto did not come out of the school and was told she wasn't actually there all day, that she started to worry.
That's when I knew something was truly wrong. And I'm not before that email or after that email, but I started panicking and freaking out because she should have been to school. She should have made it.
Jen's answers were hard to come by sometimes, and she told investigators she had taken medicine and was a little spacey, but nothing in this interview or any of the other evidence we received has given detectives a reason to charge her. So something else Jenn Soto told the investigators, she said that Stephen Stearns did not go with her to pick up Madeline Soto at school because he said he had a flat tire. Now that's true. Well, at least the flat tire part, he changed that tire near the same location where Madeline's body was found. Now, Greg, something important here, that it doesn't mean she'll never be charged. If investigators find something else that would warrant charges, they would do that. But at least right now, this is where we stand.
So many.
All right, folks. So when we go on to Duty Ron's channel tonight, we're going to ask him what he thinks and if he's ever seen anything like this other than Casey Anthony that got off. And, well, Nicole Kessinger, that we believe to this day still is involved in the Chris Watts crimes. She talked her way out of it. So, yeah, not the mama. You're not the only one that's pissed off. Yours truly says she didn't even go to the funeral. She didn't go to the vigil. She didn't get Maddie anything for her birthday. She wasn't at her birthday party. I mean, I don't know. Why does Maddie not have her own bedroom? Jennifer Soto was racking up the money, folks. We know that she was racking up the money. She rented out all the rooms, and then she stuck Maddie with Stephen Stearns. And those pictures at Grizzly shows, man, there's a picture with a bed and Stephen Stearns boxers hanging out of Maddie's out of her laundry basket, just a pair of man's boxers. And then they find a tripod. There's a gun in that room. There's slow lotion, lube, adult lube. I mean, come on. I don't know what they're doing or what kind of message they want, but this is just absolutely, I mean, I know everybody's in shock right now. And the only thing I could think, and I hope Duty Ron will clarify this, maybe they want people off of her back with the information that's come out, because maybe she'll be testifying, but I don't think they need somebody to testify. Mary says, my husband is friends on Facebook with her one uncle. Is there anything new? Is there anything that we should know about? Yeah, the boxers, Carly, the man's boxers hanging out of her laundry basket like it's her bra or her underwear, folks, with the lube and a gun. I don't understand. And the notebook, folks, there's a notebook in there. And good night, Deborah Raquel. You have a good night as well. I'm sure you guys are tired from all of the reporting on today. Hit that like button, please, on your way out. Do me a favor. All right. Is it true she gave Maddie's ashes to dad? She gave her half. She gave Maddie's dad, Tyler Wallace, half of the ashes. She is a pathetic excuse for a mother, but this is what they're reporting. So hit the like button, y'all. Everybody, let me know if you want me to play this one more time. If not, we'll jump into the audio. I have Duty Ron in a couple hours.
Many parts of that interview, Shannon, so disturbing, including the little girl sleeping with her boyfriend and her on occasion at 13. We'll see what happens, if anything. And that entire interview with Jennifer Soto is more than 33 minutes long, so we have obviously couldn't show it to you here, but we are going through all of the details and what was shared with deputies, and we'll have more from this compelling breaking news that Shannon broke on Eyewitness News at 5 and at 6.
And
Minor girl was hit head on by an irresponsible driver.
All right, so I think everybody got that news. One second. All right, so yeah, I'm sorry to report this to you, but I really wanted to report it to you myself before everybody messaged me some more. And thank you, Rosie, for that emoji for the show. Yay. All right. Meanwhile, she rents out, and Nina Drew, I see you. I saw you in, I think I saw you in Grizzly True Crime and Vinny's. Yes, she rents out the rooms in a home that is a gated community. She puts numbers on the doors and then sends Maddie to the room. All right. Now this is not good, folks. Not even one charge right now. I don't know if I cannot wait to hear what I can't wait to hear what Duty Ron and many other people, and I bet you couldn't wait to hear from me that I've been saying arrest Jenn Soto the entire time, and I have to eat my words that they're not doing it. I cannot understand why. The potatoes mom's the pill popper. Poor Madeline, justice for Maddie. That's what I have to say today is justice for Madeline Soto. May she rest in peace, and may they arrest Jenn Soto at some point. If not, she's got a big stigma on her, folks, and it's a dangerous one at that. It's a dangerous one. There are a lot of people out there that want to hurt Jenn Soto. Happy hump day. All right, so what would she send Maddie to? She would send Maddie to different rooms to her number 4 bedroom. That number 4 bedroom that Grizzly shows in the pics, with Stephen Stern's boxers hanging out of her laundry basket. We know there was a gun in there, a tripod, and lube. And also, I've been telling you guys from the beginning that her, Maddie, and Stefan slept in the same bed for a long time. After that, they would she would send them to room number 4 so she can get some sleep. And what is up, Rosie? The gang. Hi, gang. Smut peddlers. Love your channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for understanding that I didn't get the content or the audio first. That's all Grizzly. And Grizzly True Crime made the news today. She actually made the news with Vinnie Politan. He featured Grizzly True Crime for her audio that she received with Grizzly Cat. So kudos to you, Grizzly True Crime, and understand that and know that I shout you out every chance I get. Thank you, Penny, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you and everybody that does support my channel. Tragic for me too. Tragic because covering this case is so hard. It's so hard, and I want Madeline Soto to get utter and complete justice, and I cannot understand it. So while we're doing this and hanging out together, why don't we listen to some audio, folks? And if you guys need me to retell you, I will retell you that right now Jenn Soto will not be charged. The police will not charge Jenn Soto at this time. I don't have any more information as to why they're not charging her, but they're not charging her. Now, I'm going to put Grizzly up because yesterday I didn't, and I love you too, Randy. I love you too. Randy B, come over and visit Duty Ron at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern. Please come support the channel. Come shout out Guilty of Crime on his channel. I'm not going to be dual streaming, but I will be on his channel, and the more support, the better. I'm just a little one over here. I'm a little channel. Grizzly True Crime, Queen of True Crime, Ron, Duty Ron. Absolutely just, yeah. You know, I'm sorry for Madeline Soto. I'm very sorry that today is a sad day that should go down in history as being sad. Yeah, Tiff Knox, I see you, Gisela K, and Grizzly True Crime. I love them. All three of them were going to sleep. You said somebody who said that. Where'd that comment go? All three of them going to sleep. Why send them to the guest room? And she tells the police that, and she tells all of us this, and she nothing. There's no motherly instinct. She's over there flirting with the police officer, in my opinion, while her daughter's missing. I'm very upset. I'm very upset today. Thank you, Rosie. I appreciate you, everybody. If you don't have any, if you don't, you can't contribute memberships or super chats, just hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It helps me to get people like Duty Ron wanting to have me on their channel, and also share. This is the Worst News Wednesday, right? No Watts Wednesday today. It's Worst News Wednesday. So if you want to listen to some of this audio, let's listen to it together. I put Grizzly's face on there so nobody says that I'm doing anything. I also tagged her in this. Why is she telling a grown-ass man to go to bed? And she's asking the police officers if they think it's okay to go to bed with her daughter. Is it okay? Maybe Court TV got rid of, who to interview regarding the case. I don't know about Court TV, but she's void of emotions like a cyborg. Let's listen to this for a little bit so you can hear. It's absolutely enraging to me.
24/11/16 hours for OCSO case 24-011313. Can you state your full name?
Jennifer Soto.
All right.
Okay, she said Jennifer Lucette Soto. Now, if there's little silent portions, it's part.
It's Jennifer Lizette Soto. So if any of you want to do background checks on her, do a background check. I want you to know I'm not playing all of Grizzly's interview today. I'm going to play the audio and skip forward through some of her stuff, but she gets all credit to everything. She is the queen of true crime, and she did this along with Grizzly Cat. So thank you, Gisela, for getting this audio. And the pauses are just them, the police officers waiting for her or redacting names.
Gotcha. And where did she go to bed? Was she in her room, your room, or something else?
She actually slept upstairs with. We have a guest bedroom. We were all going to sleep together in the same bed, but I needed some good sleep. And
all right, folks, there is her crime number one, is that she, first of all, she sent her daughter to bed with a grown man that was her ex-boyfriend. That is her ex-boyfriend. And then her second thing is she laughs, she chuckles, she giggles while she's talking to the, not only does she not have any emotion, but she chuckles and laughs. And what is going on in this interview? It sounds like she's trying to flirt her way out of it. And Sweet and Salty, aka Rachel, thank you for asking about my Venmo. Mine is if someone could drop that down there, it's literally it's just J Scott J, and then dash Scott JAI-SCOTT. I appreciate it. Oh man, all right, let's go. This is hard.
I got a new job recently. I haven't been well rested. I needed some sleep. So I asked, hey, can you guys go to the guest bedroom upstairs? I knew he was going to get her ready. And
Sorry. Okay, so you needed some good sleep. So was it about 11 o'clock?
Yeah. I sent them upstairs and I went to bed.
Okay.
Doesn't it sound like she's flirting with him, or what is she doing? Like, listen to her tone and listen to her demeanor. And yeah, Scary Sherry, imagine Jen trying to flirt and all the red flags that we saw. The officers didn't see any red flags and they're not charging her with anything. I just cannot fathom this. I cannot fathom the officer from yesterday not seeing through her shit. This officer doesn't seem to. This reminds me of Nicole Kessinger all the way.
And that was about 11.
Yeah.
And do you guys normally all sleep together? Because I know you said that she sleeps in your room with you typically, right?
She sleeps with me typically.
So I'm trying to find a natural moment to pause here. If we need to go back a few seconds, we will. This
Comes into town because he lives with his parents in Northport, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
When he comes to town, he'll sleep in the guest bedroom.
Okay. And Stefan is the one you're referring to, right?
Yeah, Stefan's.
Stefan. How often does he stay here?
Oh, he moved.
First of all, how much does this piss you off when he asks her how long or how often does Stefan stay there? And she cannot answer the question because she knows she's going to say he hasn't been here since December. He hasn't come since December. He comes and I send him right to the room with my daughter. First, I send him to go shower her. She might as well say shower for his taking. And then after that, man, this is pissing me off. She doesn't sound that bright, but she also sounds like she knows what she's doing. Giant pause. It's so wrong on so many levels. She had to think about when the last time he was in town because she knows when she tells an officer that he hasn't been there for over a month, but he's sleeping with Maddie right after that.
Moved away back in December, so I'm going to say he's visited at least 2 to 3 times since then.
See? From the horse's mouth. We've seen it in documents before. The Sunday.
This time.
I can't remember if he arrived Saturday or Sunday morning.
It was neither, Jen. He didn't come Saturday or Sunday morning. He came Sunday night after her birthday party. Do you guys hear what's going on here? And Brenda P says she knows exactly what she's doing. But did you just, for last interview, she said Wednesday. She said she last saw Maddie on Wednesday. And then now she's saying that she takes forever to answer the questions. And then she answered them wrong. Man, he came Sunday night. We know more than she does. A Minnesota girl thought she had a new job. Now she says she had a doctor's appointment. Which one is it, Rotten Potato? Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I'm so heated. She didn't see her Sunday. No, but she also didn't say Stefan came on Sunday either. She said Saturday night or Sunday morning. She makes me sick either. She makes me sick too. I'm sorry. I'm like so heated right now.
Okay, that's fine. Sometime this weekend.
Yeah.
Sometime this weekend.
So that was last night around 11. And so about what time did you hear her on Monday morning?
I heard everyone getting ready around...
Yes, I remember.
I'm going to say 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Okay, now she says she heard Maddie getting ready at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Are we going back to the 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning on the Monday that she was already passed away? What are we doing here and why isn't she being charged? Are the police officers using this as a tactic so somebody doesn't hurt Jenn Soto while she's being a witness? I don't think so. I think this is going to be the case, everybody. I think this is the case. And when you see that notebook in Maddie's room that talks about her perpetrator and talks about her emotions and her anxiety around that perpetrator and pictures of a guy abusing a little girl, you guys are going to be even more infuriated if you haven't already. She's too calm, but she's not getting arrested. The reality of it is she's not going to be arrested.
And was it just Steph? Who else lives there?
I have roommates.
Okay.
I have Angelica Negro. Who's one roommate, and then Natalie Rosiero.
Okay.
I'm actually really surprised, folks, that they just said the roommate's name. So, wow. Just wow. I'd love to get an interview with those roommates. Any mods pick up on that? Not the Mama Jess pick up on that? Maybe we should try to get an interview with those roommates.
And you just heard all of them, or did you hear anyone in specific?
No, I just heard, if anything, Stefan came and woke me up accidentally because he was trying to let the dog out.
Mm-hmm.
And the dog gets really nervous sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to help him with that, get him on his leash. But he got him situated and took him for a walk.
Okay. Did you hear around 7 or 8?
Okay, so he asked if she heard Maddie around 7 or 8 in the morning, and now she's going to clarify this. She's already lied a few times. She sent her daughter to bed, and that might be a reason why, because Stefan Stearns might have seen that notebook and said, "What are you doing?" And just lashed out. I don't know. Yeah, CC, Nicole Kessinger, Kayla Montgomery, Jennifer Soto. These women will live in infamy forever, and they won't be safe. I'll tell you that. I know that we're infuriated, but you guys have to know that she's not going to go on to live a good life under this light. And hopefully she gets charged for something later on and they find out. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it.
I heard noises in the kitchen, but I'm not sure,
Not sure who it was exactly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It could have been any of the roommates.
But you didn't see her leave Monday morning. Were you still in bed or still in your room?
I was still asleep, yeah.
Gotcha. What time does she normally leave for school?
We usually leave around 8:50 at the latest.
This lady can't get her story straight in her own mind, and I don't know if that's a contributing factor to them not charging her and them thinking that she was super high in this, because she sounds high. And Tiffles, you're right. In the least child neglect, obstructing justice, she lied to the police officers and colluded with Stefan Stearns in that ludicrous story that she gave to them. Florida police can't believe she's that naive and see through her lies. Well, what about that notebook that was laying out on Maddie's desk that says about her perpetrator? She's going around in circles, but why is she not being charged?
Okay. What time does she have to be to school by?
9:28 is when school starts.
Gotcha. And so I think you had said the previous night, you and Stefan had agreed that he was going to get and take her in the morning? Okay.
And they were going to stop at McDonald's and get breakfast, but she changed her mind last minute and did not want McDonald's.
Okay. When'd you find that out?
When did I find that out? When Stefan called me around 10:18 in the morning, I had stepped out to go get blood work done.
Mm-hmm.
And he had just let me know that he just got back home from running a few errands. And that I asked.
Remind me to show you the notebook. Betsy, stay here for this live. After this, we're going to go to Duty Ron. But before we end this, if we don't get to that far to the audio, I'll find the notebook. There's a picture. There's an image of the notebook that Grizzly True Crime got. She got lots of images, one including Stefan Stearns without his pants on. So listen, remind me. I'll show you a picture. The notebook talks about her perpetrator. Lydia, you say strategic is going to be infuriated. I'm infuriated. This has been so close to my heart, this case, that I'm just absolutely infuriated with you all. Depraved indifference to her daughter's safety and well-being. Yeah, right. The medication and psych issues defense too much for DA to tackle. Some people also say that they don't want a case like this. In the case of Nicole Kessinger with the Chris Watts case, it was easier because Chris Watts had all of the burden on him, and they took it. So, yeah, I don't have the pictures until I get to that audio.
Asked, did you guys ever just stop at McDonald's? And he said, no, she changed her mind. He tried convincing her a few times, but she did not want McDonald's anymore.
What time did you leave the house yesterday in the morning? Or what time did you step out, rather?
I'm gonna say around 9:30.
Had Stefan returned at all?
No.
So you were there from, just so I have my times kind of right. So you woke up around 7 or 8. You saw Stefan, because you helped him with the dog because he was letting the dog out, right?
Yeah.
And then did you go back to sleep, or were you just kind of in the room?
I laid back down and went back to sleep.
Okay. And then do you remember what time you woke up after that?
I believe I set my alarm for 9 a.m.
All right, folks, if you guys are not watching this, the reason I left, number one reason why I left this up is I want to make sure Grizzly True Crime gets all of her credit. She doesn't. I mean, she's got lots of credit. You guys were all on their day, but I wanted to make sure. Number two, she puts images up that came in that FOIA request and that will come up on the screen. That's where that notebook is. Those pictures behind us are pictures of the apartment, the crowded apartment, Maddie's room that have Stefan Stern's boxers hanging out of the laundry basket, and many other pictures. So if you're not watching, you might want to watch for this, because that's where you're going to see the pictures. And this poor girl, I just feel incredibly heartbroken for. I feel heartbroken for. I feel like it's for the world right now. For Maddie, number one. Number two, I feel like the whole world is sad that this is a sad day that Jennifer Soto is not being held accountable. Melly, this makes me furious too. And that's why I needed to come on here and do this with you. Yeah, I can't even. And Rosie, no way, you're Grizzlies with us. I am a Grizzly with you guys. I am a Grizzly. I've been a Grizzly since I heard about Grizzly True Crime. All right, let's go.
Look at the kitty. It looks like Fury.
It does. We
Of
love
course.
your kitties.
So things that can help to me a little bit scripted. Her and Stefan have obviously very similar stories. I think they spoke about.
We feel like it's scripted and we're still upset, but yet we're still here wondering why. Why is she getting off? And Grizzly True Crime is saying the same thing. It sounds scripted. Deception Detective is going to say that. Jen better go hide for her life. I none of us could understand this.
Heather, whatever. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll go forward a little bit.
For the whole day and told me she wasn't in school at all. That's when I knew something was wrong, and I freaked out.
Okay.
Donna Adelson is a good point of reference. It took 9 years to arrest her. No one thought she was going to get arrested. Now, if Wendy gets arrested, there's hope for Jenn Soto.
Is it typical to walk to after school?
If I'm working, yes.
And where? I mean, in relation to the school, like, is it a close walk, long walk?
It's a very close walk.
Okay.
Of course, they're asking, is it typical for Maddie to walk to?
And it's actually not that close of a walk, folks. If you've seen the video or where the school is to the church, it's actually not that close of a walk. And I'm still sitting here in shock too. We need to have justice for Maddie. This is real. This is not fake. This is happening. The police now say that they are not going to charge Jenn in the near future. They're not charging her. Yeah, no way in hell. Look at the bathroom. Thank you, Cheryl McDonald, for being observant of these pictures.
Why is she not sure? Why are you not sure if your boyfriend dropped your daughter off at school once or twice before? Why not sure?
Grizzly's getting mad too. We know, Grizzly. We're mad.
Not this time, because he's only come back over the weekend. But in the other times, he's done it maybe once or twice.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Is there any reason that he dropped her off a block away instead of dropping her off to the school?
Because she asked. Because she is embarrassed of his car.
Really? When did she express that?
Multiple times when we've been like, okay, I think Stefan might take you to school or he might pick you up. She goes,
I can't even with this lady, folks. Did you hear that? I mean, really, she's laughing, she's joking. Her daughter has been missing for 24 hours, if not a little bit less than that. Jennifer Soto's day of reckoning will come, if not in this life. It's probably going to be in this life, Cece. Just saying. Like, I don't know how she's going to be able to live with this.
Can he pick me up far away? Can he leave me here? Like, I don't want to be seen. I'm just like,
what car does he drive? I'm curious.
This detective, he is very good.
What car is he driving?
A block away instead of dropping her off to the school?
because she asked. Because she is embarrassed of his car.
Really? When did she express that?
Multiple times when we've been like, okay, I think Stefan might take you to school or he might pick you up. She goes, can he pick me up far away? Can he leave me here? Like, I don't want to be seen. I'm just like,
what car does he drive? I'm curious.
it's that Buick.
Oh, okay.
But to her,
all right, so we have some hope, is what you're saying, Maya. You're saying WFLA News said the police is in charge of Jenn Soto. I played that at the very beginning of this. Now, law enforcement has not released that statement. You're right. The news released that statement, and tonight I'm going to go on duty, Ron, and we're going to talk about this. So we're holding out a small fraction of hope that Jenn Soto will be arrested. Most likely, the police officers related that to the news station, which I played a little bit ago, and you all heard it here. I understand what you're saying, but you got to understand what the news media said and what I played. That potato is not able to walk in the public ever with this new, right? Right. And thank you, Shelly, for being here, Jay and Crime Crew. All right. So, yeah, if you guys want to hold out a fraction of hope that the police haven't said it yet, there will be a news conference, I'm sure, a press conference soon.
that's an old car.
Fancy taste. I get it. I get it. Can you remember anything about Sunday or Saturday or this weekend where she may have said that she was wanting to hang out with friends or something she was wanting to do or anything?
On Sunday, she actually had a party and she had some friends come over. So she hasn't expressed that she wanted. She actually got to spend time with friends and family. She had a great Sunday. She came back with a lot of presents. She was super happy.
Okay. So no arguments at home recently or anything?
No, nothing like
that. Has she ever, in the totality of, I guess, everything, as long as she's been, ever gone off to spend time by herself? Or
now, at some point, it starts to sound like Jennifer Soto, in my opinion, they already talked about it and she heard. So it's really interesting how this conversation goes into her starting to talk her way with the police officer that, oh, do you think Stefan could have done that? And yet she still goes to the hotel with him and stays with him after this. So just tell me what kind of mom you think. Bev Taylor, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Vigilant justice for Jenn Soto. Hashtag #1 importance. Justice for Maddie.
gone to hang out at a park by herself or something to kind of clear her own head?
So there's a lake right behind this building. She'll sometimes sit at the dock or by the lake, but I check on her often.
Okay.
Listen to the tone in her voice, everybody. She sounds like she's high off of something, or she takes her meds. We know she takes the meds. I don't know if they get her high. I don't know what she takes, but yes, it blows my mind. She went to the hotel with him after all of this and talking it out with the officer, and the officer not telling her, but giving her hints and clues about what's wrong and what's right. Jenn has no moral compass. I agree. And if you guys are holding out hope hold out the hope with me. But remember, Jenn Soto is not going to be a normal person. She's not going to be a normal person in functioning society with what's going on and how much you guys have disdain for her. I love your comment, Ali Tovar. Oh man, a new perspective on it.
I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, if I don't know if something at school upset her, something here upset her. Not that it would be anyone's fault, but if there's somewhere that she may go for, like, peace of mind.
Yeah, it would be the lake right behind the house.
Does she do any extracurriculars?
No.
Okay.
Does anyone think that they checked the lake behind the house to see if they could find Maddie's body? I bet you they did. When they asked her this question, they had something in mind. Absolutely disgusting.
0.
All right.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Angelica. And then Negro, Nigro.
Uh-huh.
And then Nathalie, which is Nathlie. Rosero.
Rosero. Okay. Do you have their phone numbers by chance? If they're not here.
This
Are you okay?
lady, man.
Do you have to use the bathroom?
No, I'm just anxious.
Oh, okay.
I've got anxiety.
Do you have to use the bathroom? And remember all the time she tells the officers that she's got anxiety or she's stressed or she tells her feelings, but she doesn't show those feelings at all.
Okay, Angelica, she primarily speaks Spanish, so you probably need a Spanish speaker.
Yeah, I was just double checking this. Redacted. Yes.
And then Nathalie.
Wow, I didn't hear that, but Jeanne or Jeannie Vera says that she gave Madeline's ashes to the father. Yeah, she didn't give all the ashes. I'm sorry, you said the father. I was thinking her grandpa, Maddie's grandpa. She gave half the ashes to Tyler Wallace, and she kept the other ones for herself. She is not a loving mother when she sends her daughter to bed with an ex-boyfriend. Jay, do you know when Maddie was taken out of the house in the morning? We absolutely don't have that yet, but we will. We will get that. That will be released when we hear about the time when Stefan left the apartment complex with her body. So we don't have that yet. It's all speculative.
Got it. All right. When's the last time you got in any kind of trouble at home?
I'm going to say a few weeks ago.
What was that for?
I don't think... If she gets a yelling or if she gets in trouble for anything, it's for her disorganization and messiness. How she leaves laundry on the floor, her room's a mess. She keeps her space very disorganized.
She also keeps your boyfriend's boxers in her laundry that you don't do. And she leaves notes right on her dresser for you to see that she's being essayed, and yet you do nothing.
So I kind of get on top of her. Do I remember the actual argument? No. When I went through her text messages back on February 2nd or 3rd, she had expressed to a friend that, I was crazy. I was acting,
probably,
being nuts.
Almost old stuff to say.
Yeah, apparently I don't remember this in this conversation. I remember saying this once, but not in February. But she had said, if she continues to behave this way or not listen, when she turns 18, I'm not going to want to live with her.
Okay.
Or also, I would ship her off to her dad's.
Oh.
But I never.
Where's her dad live?
Houston, Texas.
Texas.
Has she ever expressed wanting to go back and live with them?
No.
She didn't express wanting to go back and live with Tyler Wallace, but I want you all to know, not only do I think that she's a liar as well, Nora Rosario, but she absolutely disgusts me that her daughter is missing and has been missing as long as she has, and she's over there talking about wanting her daughter to move out at 18 and them not getting along. I cannot fathom that. Listen to her voice here. You're right. Listen to it very closely.
How often does she see him or talk to him at all?
Talks to him once in a while.
Via phone or probably?
Yeah, via phone, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did read about that in that document. One of Madeline Soto's friends saying that Maddie said, her mom said, so Jen, that she's going to disown her when she turns 18. And that's also where the friend was then.
She's probably jealous of Stephen Stearns and her relationship. Instead of being a parent, she's jealous of her daughter. Still not being charged, folks.
So I think it's this one.
And he lives in Texas.
In Houston, yeah.
How long has he lived? Or how long?
That quiet.
He was in the military. Way.
He was in the military.
Kansas or.
Oh, so he's never had any like custody or anything with her?
Nothing.
Okay. And has she ever formed a relationship with him where they bonded and talk or anything that like she? I guess I would try to rule out the possibility that she would be trying to go to Texas and see him or meet up with him or.
They're as close as they can be with how limited contact he does have with her. He texts her once in a blue, right? Not as consistent as I would like him to, but
okay.
I don't think she's making her move to go.
Yeah.
She's left her debit card here. All of her money's here. Her cell phone's here.
Is it typical of her to leave her cell phone? Does she normally have it?
She's got ADHD. She's very forgetful. This happens often.
Oh, so she frequently forgets her things?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got ADHD. She's very forgetful. I should make a card of that right now. I should make a card that says she's got ADHD. She's very forgetful. She said that line about 10 times that I can count in these interviews. She's got ADHD. She's very forgetful. She left her phone. Cece, thank you for the $10 super sticker. Every support that you guys give me is appreciated and carries me through to the next episode. So thank you so much. Victim blaming. She's blaming the biological dad. I absolutely just heats me up, and I can't wait to hear what Duty Ron has to say.
As far as her mental diagnosis, she's diagnosed with ADHD. How long has she had ADHD?
Since she was like 5, 6. They also diagnosed her at the same time with autism. So she's had.
Again, different story, different day, folks. I wish still hashtag arrest Jenn Soto. We're always going to say that. More victim blaming, more making things up. Maddie didn't have many characteristics of that, but she's using that as an excuse, in my opinion.
Had an autism diagnosis for a few years now. I've reassessed her recently. They told me she had some autistic traits, but they weren't sure if she was autistic.
So I mean, do you ever notice her mental capacity impacting her ability to, I guess, be around other kids or function normally?
I would say sometimes, because she acts. I'm not sure. Sometimes she'll make some decisions that I'm just like, where did that come from? Like,
I mean, is that like?
Maybe her decisions could be from the fact that she's been SA'd from the time she was 8 years old to 13, right under your very roof, and really bad SAing. Not that there's good SAing and bad, but really brutal, harsh SA that's going on right there, handing her daughter over. I mean, absolutely, you think that that could be some of her issues and why she's hesitant about how she carries herself with people and what she does?
would that be a result of a mental disability, or would that be like a result of her being? I mean, does she? I guess like basic questions I always kind of ask her. Can she feed herself without assistance? Does she shower and bathe without assistance? I mean, she has a phone, so she can text and talk to people. She has friends at school. Gotcha. And has she ever complained about school?
Who doesn't?
Not complained exactly. I know it's tough on her. She's given a lot of work. She's always behind on work.
Okay. Got it. And I think the deputies already last night kind of went through her social media a little bit, but if you're okay with it, I'd actually like to take her phone so that I can see if I can get anything else from it. You know, typically me being able to go through it and go through text and social media will help me sort of establish a pattern of where people go and whatnot. If that's something you'd let me do.
Sure. Will you take her phone away forever, or just for right now?
Just for as long as I need it to actually go through it. So,
Damn.
She's worried about taking her phone away forever when her daughter is no longer with us. And she didn't sound too nervous there. Interesting. Yeah, why would you have to get a 13-year-old ready when she doesn't need help? Well, because Stephen Stearns wanted her to be nice and showered for him. That's why. Disgusting.
As soon as we find her, I'll get back to her, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, that's just about all the questions I have at the moment. You know her better than I do. I guess my last thing would be like, what do you think based off of everything that we've talked about and everything that you've learned so far? Is anything sticking out to you?
Based off of everything, me knowing her and knowing how she is, and how tight-knit we are, like, I don't think she would run away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she was taken, like, on that short walk from where she was dropped off to the school. It was early in the morning. I'm not sure how many cars were around.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was dropped off somewhere between 8:30 and 8:45 in the morning, which is earlier than we normally take her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I want to say, from what I understood, Orange County got footage of someone by the church in a description of what she was wearing early that morning, just hanging.
I'll go back so we can hear the whole
Driving me
sentence. Oh my
nuts.
word. It's now being. But I don't know.
All right, we're getting to the second part.
Got footage of someone by the church in a description of what she was wearing early that morning, just hanging out in the parking lot, and then she got up and left.
Yeah, so the video, they wrote it here, but there was a video of essentially what looks like her at around 8:45, just about that time, walking into that church parking lot that's right near where she got dropped off by Stephen. And it looks like she sits there for about 15 minutes or so and then walks away. So
I'm wondering if it's typical for her to wait at that parking lot too for my stepdad to pick her up from school. So it's not abnormal for her to hang out there.
In that parking lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually really good. Look at this. Look at the rooms. It's a good time to go a little bit forward, but look at this, how close the rooms are together. And I believe this is room number 4 to the right with that chain lock on the door. I don't know why they need a chain lock in the door for a 13-year-old to be with the mom's ex-boyfriend, but
as he drove away, like deeply looking into her phone, her backpack. Yeah. I'm assuming she was looking for her phone and realized she didn't have it with her at that time.
Got it.
But
okay. Does she have any kind of boyfriend or significant other at school that she's ever talked about or expressed?
No boyfriend. She did recently tell Stefan that she had a crush on a boy.
Oh, okay.
And we saw messages between them, and nothing seemed weird. But you can look through that as well. His name is
Another.
All right, this is a turning point for me where it starts to sound like her almost leading the officer into knowing what happened. And I'm like, wait, what? Did they talk about it? Which is weird because she went to the hotel right after this. She has no idea what's going on. She did lead the police on the wild goose chase. Room number 4, spare bedroom, should have been her teenage daughter's bedroom, not the partition living room. And if you see the pictures, when you see them, it looks like a little kid's room. It looks like it should be a kid's room. So I don't know, man. I don't know, people. All right, let's get to there's some more pictures. This is her backpack that they found. Grizzly True Crime got all these in the FOIA request.
What if they found it in the trash? Well, it appears to me this could have just happened in the trash. That's one option. Another option is that Stefan Stearns poured all his hobby paint or a can of paint or something over the back.
That's a good thing. I didn't realize. I thought that was a camo backpack. That is actually her backpack with the flowers. And it looks like there was paint poured on top of it. So these pictures are really telling of a lot of things. So try to watch this if you can. Look at this. This is what they found in the trash. And remember, he does a lot of painting and hobby stuff.
And it makes me very sad to see as well. Okay, so again, here's a different clip.
Would that be akin to something that she owns?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And the hair looks a little dark from here.
Dirty blonde. It could pass for dirty blonde.
Dirty blonde.
Okay. Is that? I can't tell just from looking at it, but is that Stefan's car? It looks a little darker from there, but I almost can't tell if it's a Toyota or looks a little different.
From the front, looks different. That looks like a Toyota from the front.
From the front, it looks different, right?
And then from the side,
I say a wild goose chase. I mean, this lady can't find her way out of a bag, it sounds like, but I have a feeling that it's more than that. And I can't understand why the officer is entertaining this. The female officer yesterday in the interview that we heard was a lot more easy to digest. Now there's Maddie's room number 4, where they found the gun, the lube, and the tripod.
Could be.
It's got a little. I mean, yeah, the grill is kind of the same. A little bit. The headlights look the same. Okay, cool. And I just wanted to see if you kind of were able to help me with that. So this whole living in the woods thing, I have people like tromping through the woods right now on horses and ATVs and all sort of things. But has she ever mentioned that before?
just in that text that I saw.
Just that's the only time you've ever heard of it? Is she outdoorsy at all? Does she like camping?
We used to go hiking.
Okay.
But we haven't done that in a while.
Okay. Where did you go? Was it around here?
Where would we go? We go hiking in like St. Cloud. Lake Lizzie Preserve is what it's called.
Oh yeah, well, that's not too far.
It's about 35 minutes away.
Yeah. Okay.
On 182. Lake Lizzie Preserve. We've also walked Shingle Creek before, but we haven't done that in a very long while.
Got it.
Okay, so many people say that Shingle Creek may be the area where Maddie's body was found. Now remember, that area is on the way to Jenn Soto's old condo or apartment, wherever she lived. And yeah, I'm in shock too still that there's no plan to charge Mrs. Satan Jenn Soto. We haven't heard a press conference yet, but I feel like one's coming.
But no, I know the thing is, I started talking to her about World War III. I was talking about like, hey, this is going on in Palestine and Israel right now.
Oh, so you're talking to her about the wars.
I was telling her, I was talking to her about just what's
I was telling her,
and I'm like, you know, I don't know what that means for us, but we'll see what happens. But I've talked to her about World War III, so that's what I'm just saying.
How long ago was that? I mean, is that something that might have impacted her?
Yeah, I feel like.
Okay.
All right, folks, I can't even digest this with her right now. The way she's laughing and flirting, almost giggly about her so smart talking about World War III to her daughter. Ugh.
That's why when I read that conversation, I'm like, oh, that's directly related to me talking to her about what's happening in Israel, Palestine, and the potential World War III that might happen from that.
Okay.
And that's why she said she wanted to go live in the woods.
Okay. Got it. All right. No, just wanted to figure out where that might have come from. Maybe help me see if she just wanted to be in the outdoors.
Definitely, the World War III conversation. That's definitely me.
Okay.
That was me.
It's fine. I mean, it's fine. So one thing that I think I may have misheard you say earlier, but I want to make sure that I have it absolutely clear, is on Sunday night, y'all went to bed around 11, and the reason that you sent her upstairs with Stefan was because you had work in the morning, was it? Or you just started a new job?
I just started a new job and I haven't been sleeping well. I take psychiatric meds every night for my bipolar disorder, and if I don't take them the right way, eat, and go to sleep on time,
they don't work.
Gotcha. So I was just like, hey, I really need these meds because I forgot them the night before. I forgot them, I think, Saturday night. So Sunday I was not myself. So I asked them, like, hey, I need to be medicated. I need to sleep.
It's a little bit of a red flag saying on,
there's
the
a
night
lot of red
before
flags.
and on Sunday she was not herself. Given that
Now, I haven't had a chance to talk to the advocates yet, so I know they're working on a Maddie's law, but we absolutely do need to talk about starting a petition to get Jenn charged. Again, somebody said earlier about the district attorney having to present evidence to the court in order to charge her, so there has to be enough evidence to charge her. Now, don't shoot me when I say enough evidence, because the enough evidence is her sending her daughter off to bed and then lying to the police many times. So I just can't fathom this. She starts talking about her bipolar and all the things that's going on with her. And thank you, TRPP True Talk. Please do smash that like button for my channel if you like how I present things and try to do it in a timely manner with respect. Please hit the like. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. Help us get in the algorithm and get better guests and better collaborations with people like Duty Ron. So thank you, Nina Drew, again for the $1.99 super sticker. You definitely help support my channel so I can bring you the next episode. And the family could do a lawsuit, but they gotta have evidence. They gotta have probable evidence. What does that mean?
That police believe Maddie died sometime between Sunday night and Tuesday morning, although they said it was on Monday morning that they saw.
It definitely wasn't Tuesday. And there are the locks, folks. Hold on, I'll show you the locks.
You sent her upstairs.
There's the locks. I mean, it's
the lock on door.
All right, the lock on door 4. What is that for? Look at that. It has a stopper on it so that you can't get in if you go too far past it. And then it's got that little door chain thing. Why?
So I asked them, like, hey, I need to be medicated. I need to sleep. Can you take care of the morning duties so I can go and sleep?
Gotcha. All right. No, I just wanted to make sure I understood you right, because I was like, did you have work in the morning? Or I didn't write that down, and I wanted to make sure I heard you okay. Are there any cameras in the neighborhood that you know? Does anyone have any ring cameras? Do you have any security cameras out front?
I'm gonna say there are cameras in the front. There are cameras in the back gate as well.
Okay.
I know one neighbor around here has a ring camera, but I didn't watch anything like that.
Okay.
And one of the cameras does catch Jenn Soto after this happens, walking up and down the street looking like she's under distress. And then after that, she disappears to the family's house and also going to check herself into a mental hospital after she finds out what happened. Now, I don't know if that was a move for her strategically, so that they're like, wow, this lady is really out of her mind. Did you see her during the interviews? Did you hear what she was saying? She sounds like she's missing a few screws there. So I don't know.
Hey, how are you?
And if you don't mind, just try to keep people out of
out of the...
I have a canine that's coming. If you don't mind, they're going to try to run another track from the church and from here.
Okay.
To see if we can maybe just try it again. Last night it didn't work out because the dog lost interest and they weren't able to continue. But I figured, it's worth another try. The dogs are pretty good, so just try to keep them out of her room. We're probably going to use does she have dirty laundry or like
the dirt? Her most recent dirty laundry is on my bathroom floor, and we've walked around it. We haven't touched it.
Okay, just keep people off of it.
Yeah.
Just let and just And as much as you can, try to avoid crowding the front door for the dog.
Yeah.
So that they know where to go from. Okay.
Just let me know when they're coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. They're gonna call me when they're on the way. But just as much as you can, try to keep the scent.
Okay, so Kavia says he only took her to school a few times. She thinks, but so sure.
All right, we're not gonna talk. We're gonna listen to this and talk
11,
it through with
and you and
ourselves.
Stefan were both here, and then he left to go to the vape store again.
I did see him. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I had that because, like I said, sometimes you forget to write things down.
The detective is like, I just wanted to make sure I had that. So you did see him. Oh, yeah. Okay, I saw him. Oh, and ironically, the same day that Jenn and Stefan say Maddie just forgot her phone at home. Oh, so did Stefan.
Yeah, so did Stefan, but they're still not charging her.
Soto to Central Operations.
Okay, so now they're in a police car going to the police station.
And let's pay attention to these folders on the table, folks. Look at the pictures behind Grizzly True Crime, as you can see. Thank you, Roxanne, for having a reminder to come on to Guilty of Crime. And also, yeah, definitely good to see Grizzly too. It's her content. We're borrowing it. We also tagged her in it. We appreciate her getting that. She's a really big channel and she's able to get content like this much faster. So I didn't want to skimp out with you guys and hearing my thoughts on this. I have been covering this case since day one. All right. So let's watch the background pics as we play this. We'll see how far we get through. Again, I have Duty Ron after this, and I'm going to go on to there. Hopefully you guys follow me so you can hear what he thinks about this case. And has he ever seen anything like this before? Does he think that she'll be charged in the future? Is this a ruse to keep people not wanting to hurt Jenn and to think, okay, she didn't do anything? Watch the background pictures.
Jenn, will he sit in the back seat okay, Mike?
Yeah, he'll probably honestly stand on the center console watching you drive.
Does he?
Oh, critic.
Yeah.
Backseat driver becomes console driver. Okay.
Are you the Nissan over there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'm right next to you.
If you're there.
Yeah, that's that piece of junk.
Okay, one day you'll get a really nice upgrade. Hey.
So that's a picture of the weapon in the drawer, room number 4.
All right, so that is a 9mm. I don't know if I think that's a Smith & Wesson. I'm not completely sure. I don't remember them having a Glock in there. So pay attention to the pictures in the background. If you're just listening to it, try to pay attention in there. We'll try to catch that notebook that we see and ride this audio out. I'd like to get this audio done today, and then I'm here for you and for me to talk this out because everybody's sending emails and very stressed out about what's happening today. The world is definitely not happy about today. I should say sad. It's a sad day.
All right, it's going to be a little cramped for about probably 30 minutes or so.
Will the press release start without us?
We'll probably get there in time.
She's like, will the press release start without us? She sounded worried about that. Sounded more worried about that than anything else. How will we appear in the media? Katha says, all this audio from the same day. I gather so, from the same day based on everything we know.
And remember, Grizzly True Crime has a bunch of this coming up and coming out. So there's a lot of things that are coming out, a lot of pictures. And Jen, I think, only worked like 1 day a week, maybe 2. I don't think she worked 3 days a week. This was just that 1 day, and she just started a new job. So let's take a look. Look at the gun in the drawer in the background.
So I was used to subways and buses and all that stuff, but we actually had to do it every day for work. That was pretty exhausting.
So the subway is kind of my pet peeve. I can't stand the idea of being, a foot away from someone that I don't know, for an extended period of time, because I didn't realize just how crowded they were until I took one for the first time, and it's like person standing in front of you, person standing behind you.
And you're all sharing the same pole, so like dirty hands.
Oh yeah, there's one person. It's just like stacking hands. So I've never been a fan. Never been a fan at all. Did you guys get any sleep last night?
I think I went to bed around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then I woke up around 8 or 9. So I slept a few hours, but
Good.
snoozed a little bit while we were waiting for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm sorry to make you wait so long. I really was on the way out here. And
no, it's okay. If you guys had leads, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care as long as you guys are doing what you guys got to be doing. Like, and it seems like you are. So.
Yeah, no, we didn't. I went home for a couple hours just because I had to sleep, but came back out. And this is the only thing anyone's working on right now, so this is important.
Keep anxiety.
This is still room number 4. Okay. Looks like Stefan's shirt here. Don't know if there's like a speaker and deodorant and everything. Bye.
3 on-camera interviews. But there's not, for today, there's not much else for me to say. There hasn't been more information. I'm not going to find out until whatever happens with the press release. So,
well, I think I spoke with Stephanie's ex, and Stephanie had expressed to me earlier just that she was feeling, I guess, helpless. Like y'all have done so much. Your whole family has been so active and looking for her and making the flyers, making phone calls, and drawing this attention. But at a certain point, it's like you've done everything that you can do, and it's natural to just kind of feel like, you have to depend on now us to kind of do our thing,
Yeah. Everyone, we were talking about possibly. Oh, I guess that's something we wanted to throw by you, or maybe I already did. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But a search party thing, but we didn't want to get in the way of you guys, and you guys have already scoured the woods multiple times, so that's the only place I would think of searching, right? So we don't want to do that. I think we're talking about maybe hosting a vigil of some sort or something, just to.
Okay.
I don't know why they're talking about a vigil right now. And I'm sorry, I had to take a call real quick. How can we boycott her to get her ass fired forever? I don't think she's working now. To be honest with you, I don't know why she's talking about a vigil right now. What is going on here? Let's see. Like a vigil of some sort just to okay. What?
I'm not sure. We're just trying to get some attention, more eyes on her face.
Speaking of woods, so you mentioned it.
So she's saying she's going to get a vigil to have more attention for Maddie, and then she never shows up at the vigil, folks. Yeah, this is sick. I look at this background. Look at there's this is bothering me. Look at the background.
To me, that you, Stephanie, and her used to go hiking in St. Cloud.
Just me and her, and actually my sister.
Oh, okay. So you used to go down to St. Cloud.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you went?
Lake Lizzie Preserve. That's about 35 minutes off of 192. It's past St. Cloud, a little bit before Harmony.
Oh, so that's way, way south.
Yeah.
Got it. It's like probably, that's like, what, 2 hours? An hour from your house?
No, 35 minutes.
Oh, only 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I know that would be hard for a girl to get to.
Yeah, I don't think she would even remember how to get there. It's been at least over a year and a half since we did that night.
But it was just you and your sister and her.
Yeah, and the kids, yeah.
Okay, I don't want anyone to be distracted. So the news is tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this. This is August 21st. On the 20th.
All right, so we already heard the news. Jenn Soto is not being charged. Let's take a look at this. These pictures, this is where it's going to come up soon. There's Maddie. We saw her backpack. We're seeing her smiling. I haven't seen these photos before.
Also, sorry, while they're driving here, I just want to say some people are saying, like Teresa said.
No, sorry.
Passenger seat of the detective's car. Yep, good. Stefan is in the other detective's car. He had a bigger car.
So if you guys can see the closed caption, you might want to read it. You can. It's hard to hear the sound on this, but I can't change that. It says, "Yeah, Stefan's in the other car. Detectives got him in a bigger car." You can kind of read it, and I'm thinking about this case that maybe they have so much evidence on Stefan Stearns that they don't need to charge Jennifer Soto, and so they're being like similar to the Chris Watts case and not being diligent or vigilant or anything. Thank you, Gemini. Say support from Canada to guilty of crime. Thank you. The note is coming up. Thank you, Lily Sunshine. We will watch out for the note and definitely pay attention to it.
So at that point, they were taking Stefan and Jen, I think, to the police station. And I think it was at that point that they then took Stefan's phone, where he was so confident that, like, oh, I accidentally factory reset my phone. And as we learned from some documents, we did that part 1, 2, 3 and deep dive of the documents. He factory reset it not once, but twice accidentally, according to him.
Well, he did that. What did she do? I want her charged.
They may ask specific questions that warrant different responses, information that maybe I don't know. But yeah, well, I'll be there too. So I think it's funny, everyone thinks that we all know kind of the collective information, that sometimes we go to these press conferences and we heard, stuff like, no one told me that.
Yeah.
Like, what does Jen think they're going to announce at this press conference? Because really, it's a press conference to talk about a missing and endangered 13-year-old girl.
She still hasn't caught on to the fact that her daughter's been essayed for years. I mean, she's not catching it in the context that the police officer's giving it. Now let's watch this. She hasn't caught on to that, and she hasn't caught on to the fact that her life has been taken, or what they're trying to say. They're talking about violent crimes and the sex crimes unit.
And in the meantime, he just has to get something down there to be able to save up to come up here, because I can't afford to.
Oh. She talks about not being able to afford to keep Stefan Stearns anymore, to take care of him, to pay for him. She was paying for him and taking care of him. And this is what she's talking about. So she was thinking about him coming back and getting a job back at Disney. Sounds like there may be a future.
I'm disabled. I work part-time. Like, I don't make that much money.
Yeah.
Okay, so she says she's disabled.
All right, she said she's disabled and working part-time, and she can't take care of Stefan anymore.
13-year-old girl. That information being released. They also.
All right, we're going to keep going.
I want to play as well, and They were always playing. I would watch.
She's talking about Maddie and Stefan Stearns.
Always
Now, there
playing
is
video
some
games.
alleged breaking news where
All right, we heard the breaking news, and thank you, Gisela, for that. Jenn Soto will not be arrested, folks. This is not a joke. Jenn Soto will not be arrested as of right now. Hopefully, they hold a press conference tomorrow because nobody believes it.
Yeah, his dad's a really nice guy. They've always treated me like family, and like when I met them, you know, I kind of had a strained relationship with my family, so they.
All right, so she starts talking about the relationship with her family and Stefan Stern's parents, and then she calls them really old. So pay attention the way she talks about this, what she's talking about, and now we finally have confirmed, like in her words, that the way she gets along with her family and the relationship that they have. We've been speculating this the whole time. We never actually knew. Nobody told us. We heard from the side of the family and the side of the case that we know, but we've never heard it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Now, I can't wait till she pans out so you can see those disgusting boxers coming out of that. This is the room where that is. Stefan Stern's boxers coming out of her laundry. Many people asked if Jenn Soto did Maddie's laundry. I don't think so.
Like took us in. They loved on us. Yeah, they are. They really are.
Sounds like their family is.
Maddie.
And forgive me if this is a personal question, but I just wanted to verify with you. I had heard a couple different things, and it's so funny when you talk to so many people over the course of a short period of time. You see how everyone kind of sees things a little bit differently sometimes. And so that was just one thing I figured I'd clarify with you.
Okay, 10 minutes left of this audio. Beach Bum says, what was...
Yeah, I'm surprised we got through this whole thing. All right, and we're going to get to the note or the journal.
About Stefan, you know him really well, and you've never had me.
All right, this is where they start bringing up if she has any concerns about Stefan, since she knows him really well, as she's the one taking care of him and has been with him for many years. That's what they're asking. So a Gemini, people start publicly picketing and outrage, pure anger. I wouldn't be very surprised at all. So now he's trying to get around to the fact and ask questions to Jenn Soto about Stefan Stearns. She's not catching on.
You've never seen anything wrong with each other, right?
No. If anything, like, for the first few years, I was hypervigilant as hell because I was just like, never trust a man. I don't care who it is, never trust anyone, not even my dad, right? Like, never trust anyone.
We've only got a few minutes left, okay? She used to be hyper vigilant. Never trust a man around your kids. Just
didn't even trust her dad.
Even my dad.
Yep.
What happened? Right? Keep that going.
Yeah, keep it going, please.
It is weird.
Never trust a man. Stick to what Jennifer Soto said. Don't even trust her dad. Don't trust a man. Don't put your daughter with a man or an ex-boyfriend. Look at this stuff. All this stuff just piled up. But yes, there's a corner of the living room area partitioned to be her room.
So I haven't I trusted him enough to let that even happen that night, you know?
Yeah. I mean, is it common? Because I know you said you would never let him in the past, but is it common to let her sleep up with him or let them spend a lot of time alone together?
I think I'm gonna say I've let them sleep together less than what I can count on these two hands.
Okay.
Not much. But a lot of the times it was just the three of us sleeping together in my bed too. But that got uncomfortable for most of the night. He just kicks and like sprawls and like
only so many people, right?
And what's funny is even on a king bed, if it's just me and her, she'll start off on one corner of the bed and I'll be on the other, and then when I wake up she is on top of me and then like way past the middle, like next to me, touching me, and I'm just like, how did this happen? How did you it's such a big bed? Yeah.
Well, she loves you, that's why.
Yeah. That would make up feel like, oh my.
And she is laughing again as her daughter's been missing. Okay, I paused it on the right time. There's that corner of the room that they partitioned off for Maddie with all of her cute little things and her items that remind me of my daughter's stuff. Look at that little girl stuff. And then here is her laundry basket with Stephen Stern's boxers hanging out of them. Now, I bet you they're able to get the DNA from those boxers and match it to some of the stuff in the room, the clothes, the bed. I bet you anything they're going to find some kind of something, seminal fluids that they're easily disgusting. But look at that. Stephen Stern's boxers. There are no other men in that apartment, folks.
I'm on the corner.
You know, some kids are like that, though. Some kids just can't get close enough to, even when they start developing their like teenage attitude and the hormones start raging a little bit, then some kids just can't, get close enough to their parents because they love you that much.
Yeah. I would like to think that that's the case. She never liked being alone. She never liked sleeping alone. Ever since she was a baby, like I tried sleep training her, and that was a complete failure. I just had to learn that she had to sleep with me, and she wanted to be with me all the time. So, like, even now, like, I hope she's not alone. I mean, or I don't know, she's being taken care of, or she's safe. I don't know. Like, I worry about her.
How was her, I don't think I asked you, or I may have not asked you very much, but how was her party on Sunday?
All right, now they're going to talk about her party on Sunday. Jenn Soto's giving these useless excuses of whatever she's talking about, what she worries about, not worrying about where Maddie is. Now you can see all this stuff in the background, Maddie's little things, Valentine's Day. It was just Valentine's Day right before the 27th, and little kid toys and things. Oh man, it's so sad.
So I wasn't there. I was working.
Okay.
So I wasn't there. I was working. Same scripted story about her daughter's last birthday party.
She had an amazing time. My entire family was there.
Oh, is Stephen there?
Stephen was there.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard him mention something about you singing at the party, but maybe I was mistaken.
No, he was on his way here from Northport, Florida, during the party.
Okay. And so he would have gotten here like Sunday night.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She went at home around 8:30, and I think Stephen walked into the house about 10 minutes later.
So Maddie came home at 8:30 from her birthday party, and Stephen walked in 10 minutes later. Just enough time to make sure that the family didn't see him, in my opinion. They did not want to see Stephen Stearns, and he knew she was getting dropped off, and he waited till they left, and then he came when it was in the clear. Man, disgusting that she's even saying this.
Made sure that I was supposed to, which was take her meds and get in the shower and get ready for bed.
Yeah.
So when I got home from work, she had already showered. She had taken her meds. She was getting ready. She was ready.
I gotcha. Yeah, no,
I do have to pause this now so I can tell you about her notebook. Now we're thinking that it's her notebook. It was on her desk, and take a look at it. I'm going to read the part that got crossed out. It says, "My illness and my conditions limit my ability to work by affecting my memory," which is interesting because we're speculating that it was Maddie's, but did Maddie work? Then it says, "My fluctuating moods, anxiety, and trauma-related symptoms," and then something crossed out, "affect my memory, concentration, focus, and energy levels. I also have trauma responses when I encounter all males. That includes my perpetrator." All right. So that was the notebook I was talking about. I do not know if that's Madeline Soto. I don't know, but there's the notebook. She did write that. She did write that. And someone says that's Jenn's diary. Perfect that that's Jenn's and not Maddie's. So that means Jenn had a perpetrator, and maybe she I don't know why she left that out for them to look at or what they were taking pictures of, but thank you for clarifying that, Sincerber. I don't know that for sure. Yeah, I don't you say this isn't written by a 12-year-old, but I still do need to see. She was 13, by the way, and yeah, the note is crazy. We still don't know. It doesn't say, but yeah, Jen doesn't. I didn't see the work earlier. Ability to work. Maddie didn't work, so this probably is Jen's.
I thought I heard him say.
Quickly, we've got 4 minutes and then we're going to go and raid Vinnie Politan's channel, okay?
And you guys already did that?
Watched, I think, Sister Act.
Sister Act, yeah.
Yeah. So we wanted to watch a movie about singing, and she liked it. But we
Right?
finished the whole thing.
I have not seen Sister Act.
Turning it so it's a clone.
When he mentioned it, I confused it with the. I was thinking
I
that
accidentally saw the
on
Friday.
Friday.
7:23. Can you tell me something
Completely different, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys get to see this note. Earlier, I just passed by Grizzly Channel. I saw them reading this. They thought it was Maddie's, and I kept going. So now we're on the Jenn Soto, probably her disability, her writing the, verbiage. If you read the verbiage, a point of view of an adult and explain the unawareness of Stephen Stearns. Right. And her not working, her filing for disability. I agree. This is the second time I've seen it, and that's why we watch things over and over, so we can look at them together and analyze and see what we miss. I feel like it was part of a script or her scripting. I agree. I absolutely agree. Again, this is my second pass on this, and looking at it again with you all, this was probably Jenn Soto's. I'm saying probably only because it doesn't say Jenn Soto on the bottom, but yeah, Maddie didn't work, so it's got to be.
County 3305.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
When she says 2 minutes, we're in the same thing. We're going to listen to this, finish the audio, and then wrap this up so I can roll to Duty Ron's channel.
3305 Alpha. You can tell me call 940, please.
Good question.
It's a petty theft and a threat. 7640 West Stanley Road at the Publix. White male is 36.
I don't think I asked you, or I might have
Red
just
hat.
forgotten, but what's
He's
your
wearing
job?
all black and then signaled Jerry took a sandwich and a drink. No one in the clinic confronted him. He made a threatening killer. He's GUAX for less than to reside for you.
Okay. Oh, so are you a
Now, we're going to speculate it's Jen's dad since server because people have been saying that the whole time that Jen's dad possibly assaulted her, but I don't want to put that on Jen's dad right now without having some kind of proof that it was Jen's dad. If it was, she also let Maddie sleep with her dad as well. And this is quoted by the roommate, the ex-roommate. So don't forget to hit the like button on your way out, folks. I had 503 people in chat and a few people dropped out, 486. So please hit the like button and support my channel.
And what is or what did Stefan do at Epcot?
He worked in attractions. So he worked on the Soarin' ride and the Journey into Imagination with Figment ride.
We'll use our police privilege.
Yes.
That's cool. My girlfriend worked for Disney for a long time. She was a character performer with the ones in the costumes.
Yeah.
She said apparently that's like a big deal there.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy how you can just be in a costume, but you can make so many people so happy. My sister used to be a character performer as well. She was like Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, all the Lilo Stitch, the short.
Yeah, short ones.
PL, nothing happened in bedroom number 4, nor was there a bedroom number 4. Oh, the roommate, their current roommates. I thought you were talking about the ex-roommate. When the ex-roommate was there, none of that happened. The assault didn't happen until after she moved out. The current roommates, I have no idea. We need to talk to them, and I'm definitely breathing. I'm going to go on Duty Ron soon. Maggie Duke, thank you. Hope to see you all. Come over to Duty Ron's channel. All right. We've been on here for an hour and 40 minutes. Let's try to wrap this up soon so I can have a quick break before I go on to his show.
Yeah. But I think she said she had to quit because she kept getting Donald Duck and his butt was really heavy and it kept hurting her back. She was really having a lot of back pain, so she had to quit.
Now that you say it, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were so stringent with who they let be character performers, though. She was saying, like, you have to fit a height requirement, a weight requirement, you have to learn choreographies and all these mannerisms.
Yeah, North Bay one.
Learn all the different signatures for every character.
To be a prince, you have to be like 6 foot something. You have to be taller than all the princesses.
So giggly.
Crazy.
Day after her daughter went missing. Joking about Disney characters. What?
All right. Tuesday, February 27th.
Okay, so that was everything, you guys. Let me tell you this.
All right, that was everything. You guys can go to her channel to listen for her thoughts. I don't want to take any more than I can. Now, a lot of these audios are out, folks, and they're going to get you all heated. So there's the 9 raw interviews are now out of Jennifer Soto, Stephen Stearns, and Chris Stearns. So please be patient with me as these things roll out and I get a hold of them and I'm able to present them on my channel. There's a lot of stuff here. And thank you, Petty Mason. I appreciate that. Hopefully it's not too long of an episode. I do want to be on Duty Ron. I want everybody to see that and know the people that I get to collaborate with. I also want you to hear about Duty Ron's point of view. And when we ask him about Jenn Soto, what he thinks in his experience and all the decades that he's worked in the field, what he supposes about this. So I want to thank you all for supporting my channel tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the content if you like the way I present it. I appreciate you all. And please do come back. Storm Caddy, I love you too. Marsha Young, I'm going to see Duty Ron. Please all roll over to Duty Ron's channel. If you don't already subscribe to him, please do. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?